Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time. Today's video is a playthrough of the demo, The Solitary Existence of a Little Universe. A hacking cough, breaking a deep breath, opens your eyes. You become aware. In front of you, there is nothing, only darkness. You decide to stand up and walk. Feet feel a soft ground into which they can sink with ease. Now that you're about to take your first steps, you remember something. No, it is not a remembrance. It is a sensation. Feeling of futility in moving those steps. You just want to let the darkness swallow you up and disappear into nothingness. Something urges you on. Purposefully grafted in command. An illusion that leads you to believe that something as insignificant as your conscience must be preserved at all costs. You would like to get rid of it and be still in this nothingness, but this commandment prevents you from doing so. Your hand touches something. It is a smooth, cold surface. Turn towards it. You see something in front of you. Looks like the shadow of a tall, emaciated figure, of a specter near the end. It is your own reflection. Fear of the unknown is a fundamental fear. You don't know what lies beyond the shadow of your face. Suddenly, you sense a feeling of weariness weighing down your body. Whether it was those few steps or the vision of what you've become, you feel you have to slump to the ground. You lean against the wall you previously had in front of you. As you curl up, you realize you're resting on sand. The darkness has become less deep. Now you can see better what is in front of you. Lonely desert without end. And above it, starry sky illuminates the night firmament with a pale indigo light. An unusual warmth fills your body, as if this vision is returning something essential to you. Have you seen all this before? You don't remember, as you don't recall anything about yourself. As your eyelids become heavy, feel that you're losing consciousness. The inevitable. Has it finally come? Wow, what an intro. That was crazy. So yeah, I found this demo for this game during the, I believe it's October Next Fest. And yeah, it seems really interesting. I will say there is a note that the creator of the game did use generative AI. I'm trying to not play games with AI in it, but this looked interesting. But yes, let's go ahead and begin. No, this is not the end. Seems like you're still here. You wonder how a being like you manages to drag himself so far ahead, to persist one step after another toward a meaningless existence. But something has changed. It's not you. It's about something else. You're not alone. It's daytime. You're unsure if you've ever seen such a bright light for as long as you can remember. As I just noticed this cursor, it's an eyeball. It's kind of crazy. Little being is gazing at you with interest. What does it want from you? Why won't it leave you alone? Annoyed, you clear your throat to speak. All right, let's go. Who are you? I don't know. The little creature does not seem at all frightened by your presence. You don't know? Do you know who I am? You lazily raise your head, peer down at it to get a better look. Now that you look more carefully, you notice that it is a little girl. She is wearing rags unsuitable for her size. She probably must have found them somewhere in the desert. You look like a little girl to me. She squints her eyes in concentration, as if to reorganize the thoughts within herself. After a while, she looks at you and smiles. She has a happy expression. Thank you. You're very tall. Tone is not that of a simple acknowledgement. She seems to have stated it as a compliment. Suddenly, an image pops up in your mind, but you can't quite put it in context. Like when you see something in a dream. It is a city, and above it, a dark fortress with decrepit walls and jagged roofs. You don't know or remember the name of that place. You just know that there is only one way to refer to it. The castle. Are you heading to the castle? Question comes out of your mouth almost mechanically, as if someone has decided for you. I don't know. Your interlocutor's answer is immediate and simple. Are you going there? No. But it is not the truth. I don't know. You don't know? Child monkeys the tone of your voice, perhaps to play an innocent joke on you. You look hollowly at the sand around you. Yeah. I don't even know why I'm here. Why I should move. Why I should go towards any direction. And I don't even care. You really like the color of the veil that is covering your body. She does not seem to have given much thought to your words. What's the name of it? You raise your arm to observe the rags that were once your robes. Emerald. You answer without much fanfare. Once again, the little girl closes her eyes, as if she were imprinting your words inside her. Thank you. Her smile seems even warmer than the last one. All right, so this is actually one of the key images on Steam and what got me interested in this game. So yeah. You have been very kind to me, but I just can't sit still and have to keep going. I will seek the castle. During the day when the sand is not of my favorite color, I will try to remember the beauty of the pigment that you wear to give me courage and remember you. Child goes away. Even if you met another living being, you didn't care much about it. You just want to forget about it and return to your eternal present. The eyelids become heavy again. Confusing images of an ancestral past assail you. A past that you never lived, but that seems to belong to you. Connections are made in your mind. Bonds you cannot understand. Knowledge you didn't know you had. Something has awakened in you. A new, undefined awareness. You will wake up in a daze. In front of you is the little being from before. You have your hand outstretched towards her, as if you tried to grab her in your sleep. The child seems more intrigued than frightened by your gesture. The castle. First thing you remembered when you met the child was its image. Its oppressive shadow. You are inexplicably enthralled by it. It's calling you. May it be the cause of your unfortunate fate, or rather the very cause of your existence. There is no other way to find out except by venturing inside it. A child. You observe her thoughtfully. Was it she who triggered within you the visions you just had? To awaken in you those memories? All of this cannot be the result of chance. You know that if you don't want to lose yourself again and wander in this desert, you have to take her with you. You have to take her to the castle. Perhaps she will be the means through which you'll be able to, finally, disappear from the world. You saw them too in your visions, those who haunt the castle. If you let her go alone, they will take her. This is what is bound to happen. You tear a cloth from your cloak and wrap it around the child. The inhabitants of the castle look resentfully at anyone who has something they lack. Even at night, you can see through the windows, their bony faces peering with envy at what they can't have. Maybe I'd better accompany you. The words you speak are more of a warning to yourself than a warning to your new partner. I didn't even tell you which direction you should go, child. Okay. The hazy fragment in memories regained guide your steps and those of the child across the desert dunes. Why do I look like this? After a day of walking, you arrive in front of what appears to be the entrance to an ancient structure. You don't even know if there is another way to continue, but walking through the ruin is the only way you know. However, you have no memory of what you might find. A skeletal figure was carved in the center of the monolith. Size is larger than the others, perhaps to emphasize its importance. The area where the head was previously supposed to be depicted was destroyed. However, some detail can still be discerned on the chest. These are lines and glyphs placed in a precise pattern, seemingly indicating a ritual. Concealed cryptograms. Child approaches the monolith. Small fingers feel the carvings in the stone, almost as if she were deciphering their meaning. Seeking prosperity, we found desert. Seeking hope, we found despair. Seeking eternity, we found oblivion. Horrid cogs imprison us. What do these words mean? She's asking you. But even you have no idea. Oh, okay. Derelict humanoid. The skeletal ribcage of the humanoid seems to contain something else besides the rusty cable and bolt complex. Lines and lines and the cryptograms remind you of those you saw in the central figure of the monolith. You can press them. Try to push some of the cryptograms, but after a few seconds they return to their position. There must be a combination you don't know. Well, she didn't know how to read it, so maybe we should ask for her help. Without ado, your partner approaches the metal skeleton. She doesn't seem at all afraid of the grotesque figure in front of her. These symbols resonate in my mind like those of the Great Stone. Child affixes her hands to the ribcage. After a while, the skeletal figure makes a hissing sound, and under the chest, a slit opens up. It is too small for you to insert your hand into, but the child may be able to. I'm sorry, I should ask. She nods, but seems a little reluctant. She looks at you with uncertain eyes. Words engraved on the chest of this being speak of a cage, in which eternity has been imprisoned. She turns her gaze towards the metal skeleton. Your partner bends down and slips an arm through the crack. You hear mechanical noises like pipes coming loose. Look, kind fellow. Oh. Child shows you what would appear to be an organic mass. Looks like a heart. Disfigured and deformed by the mechanical grafts that cling to it, it still pulses faintly. It's so feeble and fragile. It would take so little to destroy it. Yet its longing is to keep beating. I wonder what impels it to do so despite its ephemeral condition. She looks at that grotesque pile of flesh with delight and curiosity as if she had found a treasure. I will take it with me. Okay. All right. I guess. Well, there's nothing else out here, so I guess let's go in. You want to enter the dungeon? Sure. Gate. The ancient gate is closed. It is too heavy to be moved. All right. Left 1, left 2, right. Left 1. Ah. The command console is still active. Judging from the corrupted information on the screen, though, must have been damaged. Seems to be possible to interact with it by touching the screen. Data log 1. Oh, jeez. Synaptic disruption. Cerebral overload, unknown cause. Phenomena of self-harm. Got it. Okay, mechanical components rejected. Catastrophic deterioration. Okay. Data log 3. Nervous system infection. Form of contamination unknown. Quarantine impossible. Marked for termination high priority. Ooh. Okay. Memory corruption. Failed relocation, impossible defragmentation. Disassociation and hallucinations cause erratic behavior. Synchronization failed. Okay, hold on. I'm going to take a picture of these One moment. Okay, got it. It's a lot to write down, you know. All right. Can I click on anything else? Inside the capsule, there is a body floating in a clear, murky liquid. Shell is damaged as if someone had hit it with something. Compared to the others, the imprisoned figure appears to have undergone extensive operations, and its metal exoskeleton appears to have been partially removed. On the side of the capsule, you notice a small screen. You can type letters. And I think that's just supposed to be and numbers. Oh, can we? Oh, shoot, we can. Okay. Maybe not, because I don't know what to put. All right, let's exit. All right. Left 2. Right. Eh? It appears to be a mechanized seat. It is made up of a set of metal tubes and cables. Screen has been inserted into the headrest of the backrest. Screen displays an error message. Okay. Let's see, this seems important, so I'm going to take a picture of it. Hold on. Okay. Process stopped. Restore sequence 150302 for power reallocation. Waiting for input. Looks like it is possible to activate the device. Activate the device. Sit down to begin process. Now you can use it, but you have no idea what might happen once you sit down. Sit on the mechanical seat. Structure is cold and rigid. Makes you feel uncomfortable. You hear the sound of cables scraping the metal frame and snaking around you. Some of them wrap around your arms and legs, but they aren't exerting any constricting force. Where they pass, you feel a subtle but pervasive tingling. One of these approaches your face. Stops briefly a few millimeters from your mouth and then continues to rise. Burrows into your nose. Oh my God. High-pitched whistle fills your ears and metallic taste invades your tongue. The light grows brighter. The world around you begins to blur, devoured by the blinding light. You can only faintly make out the silhouette of the little girl who has remained motionless watching you. Among the confused sensations that run through your mind like an unstoppable stream, one begins to become more pressing. A growing feeling of uneasiness. What is this cause? Why now? Maybe it's the tube up my nose. Kind fellow, do not fear. I will be here by your side. Oh, thanks. That exact moment, you feel the warmth of a hand touching your shoulder. The light is swallowed up by the darkness, and with it the noise that was echoing in your head. Jesus. You open your eyes, even if you don't remember when you closed them. The dark muted colors barely allow you to discern a long bony figure in front of you. This is how we were born. This is how we were created. This is how we will be destroyed. Deprive yourself of what you consider important. Deprive yourself of what you consider essential. Deprive yourself of what you consider yours. Your vocal cords, your left hand, or your right eye. What will you leave behind? I think I should probably leave an eye, because then I can still communicate and I can still use both. I can still use both hands, right? Doesn't that seem like the most logical? Kind of seems like the most logical to me. Although if I leave the vocal cords, although having both visions and hands still probably, we could still communicate without it. So be it. What you lose is always more important than what you possess. Okay. Being dissolves into a blackish mist, leaving you with the sound of a croaking laugh. You're running. You don't know when you started. In front of you winds a winding road between derelict buildings. Feel a growing sense of dread, as if something is chasing you. You turn back. See a crowd of human figures, but you cannot make out their faces. Even though they are mere shadows without any concrete form, you feel their spiteful, hateful gazes tearing at your flesh. I should go. Yeah, I think if I hide, they'll still find me, right? I'm going. See no other solution than to run away. You have no idea where you're going, but you don't care. You just want to get away from this place. The road gets narrower and narrower. The buildings around you get taller and taller. You feel suffocated. You hit a dead end. Fuck me, bro. Your mind is confused. Can't figure out how you got there, and more importantly, can't figure out how to get out. The only way out is up, or the crowd reaches you. Up we go. In desperation, you begin to climb the wall in front of you, using every gap you can find. The height of the buildings in the city is impressive, but you have no choice. You must escape. The higher you ascend, the more evanescent conformation of the buildings merges with each other, as if reality were collapsing on itself. After an unspecified amount of time, you manage to reach the top. Stop. Your exhausted body needs to rest. Your heart is pounding, but you're safe. Your pursuers cannot reach you up here. Oh, good. You struggle to raise your head to understand where you are. Sight chills your insides. The imposing walls of a castle that seems to have been artificially grafted tower over you like an inescapable tyrant. You collapse to the ground in despair. The immensity of the gray fortress makes you feel small and insignificant. Whether you keep running or not, it doesn't matter. You can't escape. Like the deformed architecture that composes it, you too are forever part of the castle. Scenery around you dissolves, bathing you in a bright light again. Your senses become less acute. You feel dizzy. Can't figure out where you are. As soon as you regain your clarity, you realize you're in a desert. The wind is blowing violently across the dunes. Looks like a sandstorm is coming. You must find shelter. cannot stay here. In the distance, you notice the ruins of what appears to be the chest of an ancient and colossal statue. Having no other choice, you decide to head towards it. You have no idea what you might find, but it's the only place you can take shelter. Step by step, the storm grows more intense. The wind lashes your face and the sand scratches your skin. Despite the difficulties, you manage to take refuge inside the statue. Curl up in a corner of the stony carcass, where the wind and sand can't reach you. Feel the tiredness creeping into your bones, wounds on your skin burning. But despite everything, you're happy. Why? You don't know. But you're happy. You're safe. You're home. The desert has been your home as long as you can remember. It is your refuge. It is your sanctuary. Reality around you flickers for a moment. Are these thoughts yours? Didn't you want to end it all? Didn't you want to disappear from this world? Before you can dwell on these reflections any longer, something in front of you catches your attention. It's the head of a human being. Sand partially covers it, but you can see the face. To your horror, you notice that the face is staring at you with its pale, vacant eyes. Black tears are streaming down its face. From my rotten flesh, a blue lily was born, flower that never stopped blooming. Covered my eyes with its delicate petals from a hideous vision that I did not want to see, or from which I could not escape. Where are you? Where are you? Where did you go? Where did you go? Kind fellow. The little girl's voice reaches you and brings you back to reality. You're still sitting on the machine. Wires and catheters that were inside your body seem to have been removed. You turn your weary head toward the console screen. The screen appears to have returned to normal. Process has completed. You're having trouble keeping your eyes open. Something's blocking your pupils. Don't be afraid. You're safe. Let me clean your face. Feel a cloth rubbing your face and eyes. Only now do you realize that you have been crying. You open your eyes. The little girl holds in her hands a piece of the cloak you gave her. She must have used it to wipe your face. You look at the fabric soaked in your tears. They are black as pitch and shiny as obsidian. You were sitting there, lost in your dreams, until you started crying your eyes out. You couldn't stop, but you didn't seem to be in any pain. How strange. She seems deep in thought. What were you crying about? Do you remember? Think back to the visions you've had, but you can't quite put your finger on them. Their meaning eludes you. They're nothing more than a fading shadow. Do you think I can do it too? You remain silent, not knowing how to respond. Didn't even know you could. What should I cry about? What should I be sad about? I have nothing to be sad, nor to be happy. I will keep this piece of cloth. In memory of this event, I don't want to forget. I never want to forget what I just saw. Okay. Wait, what was that? One five. Okay, hold on. Okay, just a thought. Okay. Got it. Does not. What? Does not flesh. Does not the flesh. What? Meshing pro. Oh. Okay. Wait. The flesh. I didn't realize I could click on those. Does not. Flesh does not lie. Oh, whoa, what? You hear the sound of machinery being activated somewhere outside this room. Okay. Oh, it opened. Seems to have been off for a long time. What? The way is clear. You can go ahead. The gateway leads you into an underground corridor. After a few minutes of walking, you find the exit. Find yourself in the desert again. It is night and the temperature is mild. You feel tiredness accumulating in your body. It is better to rest and start again tomorrow. You both sit down on the cool desert sand. The little girl doesn't seem particularly tired, but she imitates you without thinking twice. Is it still far to the castle? Tomorrow at daybreak we'll be there, child. Yes, you'll be there, but what will you find? Your mind is full of questions. Kind fellow, look at the sand. It's so beautiful. It only gets this color at night. What would you call it? You look at the sand around you. You'd never noticed that it reflected the color of the stars in the night sky. Maybe you never cared until she asked. It's very similar to indigo, child. She closes her eyes, like she always did when you taught her the name of a new color. Indigo. That's a beautiful name. You know, gentle fellow, The desert sand is the first thing I remember as long as I can remember. It's the only fixed point, while everything else seems so remote and elusive. Even you. I'm afraid that if you were to go away, I would soon forget you, like the vision of a cloud carried by the wind. I'm not leaving. I thank you for this promise. However, sooner or later, you will leave. Just as we met here in the desert, it is likely that one day we will part. What will happen then? Will I begin to forget? Will reality return to being a cloud with an indistinct shape that deforms as the wind changes? If everything were to disappear, would I still be who I am now? I guess I wouldn't even care at that point. So maybe there's no point in worrying about it. In any case, dear fellow, I'm glad that we are walking together. When you are near me, everything seems more concrete. And what was once blurry and eluded, my memory is now clear and defined. As long as I'm allowed, I'll be by your side. You feel the same way too. Since you met her, your thoughts are less eventful, and time no longer flows indistinctly. Despite this, your purpose has not changed. The castle, you will find your end. And what will become of her at that point? Question mark. It does not matter. Rest, child. We'll be on our way soon. Thanks for playing the demo. Wow, you're welcome. This is weird and a little spooky. I'm also afraid of a lot of things, but I wonder what more there is. I'm very curious. But yeah, it does seem very interesting. But let me know what you think. I think it was kind of cool. And that'll be my thoughts. All right. Thanks for hanging out and watching this. Have a good day. Good evening. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.